everyone, it's Skylar. Welcome back to another video on my channel. How are you all doing? I hope you are doing very well. Today we are doing another movie review. I've had a couple of days now to process that I've watched this movie. And the movie in question is Luz from 2018. This has 4 different languages in the movie, which is very surprising. Which I absolutely love the contrast of the whole film. These had a little tiny bit of English, it had German, it had Spanish, and it had a very distinctive, like, more on the lines, it was like a bit like between Belgium, like the language, like Flemish, with like a bit of a German, like a little bit of a Deutsch. To it. You have to watch the film to understand the concept and what it means, right? So basically, it's about Luz. Luz was a taxi driver, and she went to go and pick up a fare, and the fare turned out to be one of her old friends. So she picked her up, having a conversation, and then basically there was a car crash, and unfortunately the passenger, the friend, passed away. Now, in contrast to this film, Luz was seen going into this room surrounded by officers to like explain everything what was happening, but there was a doctor in there, and the doctor was some sort of shapeshifter. The movie was freaking phenomenal for what it was. It was only 70 minutes long, but it was brilliant for what it was. So anyway, getting back to the film, the doctor, which is this guy here, he was some sort of like shapeshifter, but it was going back to like childhood, because they were Luz and this woman was childhood friends. There was a bit of abuse going on. There was a bit of a scene where someone's lying down wrapped around with candles. It was brilliantly shot how it was. And then obviously the shapeshifter was sitting in a bar with this lady, so it's like going backwards and forwards, but it was talking about him being a shapeshifter to find out what was going on with Luz. So in the end, the shapeshifter like sort of like kills her, but he didn't actually kill her. It's like a sort of like one of those shapeshifter type things. It brilliantly shot. And then the shapeshifter controls this lady, the officer, and then controls him, but tries to control Luz to understand the situation, what happened during that car accident. There was a lot of bright lights. It was brilliantly shot, because I thought that this movie was going to be a lot more artsy than what it was, but it was just brilliantly done how they presented the movie. And I don't even know who the director was at all, but whoever the director was, I think it was, don't know, because it doesn't say on here who the director was. Hang on, it was Tilman Singer and Dario Mendez Acosta. Brilliant, like. But I will say Luz's character was well thought out, well presented. She didn't say a lot in the film, but when she did say something, it was just, I would say, just right. But it was just how each scene was played, going to the past, the childhood, actually doing the scene in the taxi, picking up the woman, the scene in the taxi, the scene in the bar, where they're going into the toilet, where the shapeshifter, like, I love how the idea was, because I've got to mention this as well. Sorry about small spoilers, but you need to kind of spoil it a little bit to get to understand the film. when they were in the toilet scene, how it was just presently done, like, it was just weird how someone could do something like that, and then the next thing is like they kiss, but the shapeshifter like puts a light into the woman, and basically like we all think that she's being killed in that bathroom scene, but she wasn't. She was actually killed in a car crash. But it was just so brilliantly shotly done that when you're watching the film you think, oh shit, she's actually been killed in the bathroom, when she actually wasn't. She was actually killed in the car accident. So it was just, it's one of those movies that it was a bit of a, like, for people would say it's a bit of a mind fuck, but to me it wasn't. It was just setting the scene of how the shapeshifter was, and then the shapeshifter going into like 3 different people and just creating this like atmosphere for the final scene, and then Luz just coming out, talking to the police officer, and just, because it was just brilliantly shot. She just walked into the reception of this, it looks like a police officer's room, but it wasn't, because she was in like some sort of auditorium, and then she comes out, sees the receptionist, who was like an older guy, and then like walks out. But it was just brilliantly shot, and for only 70 odd minutes long, the film, I think personally for me that was the right amount of time for the movie to be shot at, like to be filmed basically, and it was just brilliant. Here's the thing, this is now in my top 10 favourite movies. It's gone straight in at number 10. I just loved how the actors were. And I also loved the uniqueness of how different languages can be meshed in together to make, and it makes sense. Because a lot of the times when you mix languages together, it doesn't make sense. With that movie, it does. And for the rating of this, the absolute rating of this, I am going to give this movie a 9 out of 10. Absolutely brilliantly shot. Is it worth the money? I think, because I paid about 12 quid for this. So yeah. Do you think it's worth it? Yeah. But I got the German version, but there is a US version that you guys can get across the pond. But I will say this, brilliantly shot, well thought out. You didn't need the movie as long as, like, you didn't, this, I will say this movie would not have worked if it was a 90-minute film. For it just being like an hour and 10 minutes or so, perfect. The story was right, the concept was right, everything in this movie was right, and I was always told that this was like an artsy, fucked up movie. This movie blew me away for all the right reasons, and it was brilliantly shot, brilliantly well done, thought out, brilliantly planned. The directors were phenomenal. Luz was freaking amazing. The actress who plays Luz is freaking phenomenal, and it worked. You only needed the total of 1, 2, 3. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 actors in the movie. It was perfect. You don't need any more. You didn't need any more actors. It wasn't too over the top. The amount of actors that was in the movie, which I've just said was 7, brilliant. It was perfect. You didn't need any more. It's not one of those overpowering. I think there was like 8 in total. So 8. Sorry, I apologise. And that's what it needed. If I recommend you guys giving this a watch, hell freaking yes. This was brilliantly shot, but if you don't mind that being in a different language, then go for it. And I will say this, for something that's in a different language and you're looking at the pictures and you're understanding the story straight away, watch this movie. And there's also a couple of short films as well to watch that I haven't had a chance to watch yet, so yeah, so Would I highly recommend Lost? Yes, 100% sorry that I've gone too long with the review, but this movie is freaking phenomenal, and I will watch it again and again and again. This is now in my top 10 of my favourite horror movies of all time, at number 10. And yep, I'm in shock that I actually like a film that was 70 minutes, around 70 minutes long, perfect for the film. Characters you could easily get to know during the film. You can always have There was always like a bond with them, sort of thing, and you can understand the story, the script, whatever, understand everything about the film. So basically watch this freaking movie. If you can get a hold of a copy of it, not expensive, highly recommend you get this movie, because, and if you understand foreign language concepts, this is easy to understand. So yeah, that is my little short-ish review of Lost from 2018. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Turn that notification bell on. You'll get a brand new video from me pretty well soon. So yeah, stay gaudy and have unpleasant dreams, and I will see you very soon in the next video. I know my skin's like a little bit, but I'll be okay. Talk soon. Ciao. Hope you enjoyed the video.